Jensen, my friend, I'm sure you wanted to hear my voice before starting the race. Just wishing you the best of luck. We follow you here on television. You did amazing yesterday. So yeah, please have fun,
thank you.
my friend, and take care of my car.
Okay, am I going to pee in your seat?
No, please. Have fun. You did amazing.
Cheers, man.
Amazing job.
And you, buddy. And you, buddy. Have a good one.
So 21 cars away from the grid, but at the Grand Hotel hairpin, a problem after a collision between Jenson Button and Pedro de la Rosa. De la Rosa and Button trotting back round by the harbour, and Pedro Diniz, Ricardo Zonta and Nick Heidfeld also having to jog back to the pits.
And Olivier Panis exits the Rascasse to win the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix. An incredible result. We didn't expect this. It's great for Formula One. Oh, look at that for joy. And just 5 cars finishing out of the 21 that started.
It's a scary accident, well over 170 miles an hour as you pop over the top there. And it looked as if his left rear tucked under. You know, you can always, it's so easy to knock them against other drivers or against the barrier.
Oh, hang on, this is Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher has had an incident in the tunnel, has hit the wall and has knocked off his left front wheel, and Michael Schumacher is out of the Monaco Grand Prix. What on earth happened there? We're not even racing.
And there's the safety car, and Michael's locked up his left front and squeezed somebody against the barrier who spins him out. Montoya was going for it, didn't realise that the Mercedes car had slowed down and caught Michael Schumacher, who spears off into the wall that Alonso has recently scarred anyway.
In Monaco, grid position is everything. With so few places to overtake, a front row start can be vital for victory. The seconds count down, and provisional pole sitter Michael is on his final run. What's going on? Well, whatever it is, the waved yellow flags ensure Alonso has no chance of setting pole position.
We now watch Nico Rosberg, what will be his final lap of this qualifying session.
Oh, that's too deep, that's too deep.
And that's Rosberg's qualifying over and done with. He's on provisional pole.
You can't get it out of there, it's too tight.
That mistake from Nico Rosberg might just bag him the pole position here. So it's Rosberg who makes the mistake, pushing hard on his final lap, and it's a mistake that in the end means his teammate can't snatch pole away from him.
Ayrton Senna has got to keep Mansell behind him, and Mansell will never have been more determined to get past anybody. These two are the implacable rivals in Formula One, and you can see for yourselves what the situation is now as Mansell swarms around all over the McLaren. And he's going to have a job. This is going to be probably the closest finish we've ever had at Monaco. Mansell closes, but it's too late, and Ayrton Senna wins at Monaco for the 5th time. It's not all that often that Senna expresses emotion from the cockpit, but my goodness, he's doing it now.
Of course, we were never as fast as both Williams. I use all the experience I have learned here over all those years that I managed to finish the races.
I mean, I must compliment Ayrton because he pretty well second-guessed every move I tried to do, and I think he drove fantastic, and that's why he won the race.
Coming into the pits, Daniel Ricciardo, the race leader. Lewis Hamilton making his way into the swimming pool chicane now. They haven't got the tyres ready. The tyres aren't ready. Ricciardo is sat there waiting. Did he make the call? Did the team make the call? Whoever made the call, the tyres weren't ready. Super soft tyres going on. Hamilton now makes his way around Anthony Nose, the final corner. Ricciardo put in a really decent lap, but is it going to be enough to come out of the pits and lead this Grand Prix? I rather get the feeling that it's going to be tight one. Here comes the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. Ricciardo on the inside. Hamilton takes the lead, but Ricciardo of course has that inside line into Sandoval. Hamilton now leads. Hamilton wins the Monaco Grand Prix.
Save it. Nothing you can say can make that any better. Just save it.
He's never won from the top 3 before. He had pole here in Monaco. Once upon a time, he had the win taken away from him through no fault of his own. Today in Monte Carlo, it's redemption day for Daniel Ricciardo. He wins the Monaco Grand Prix, and he will celebrate that for a long, long time to come.
I don't know how you did that, Daniel. Incredible.
Cheers, boys. Redemption.
What a little star. Pole position. Well done, Michael. Fantastic. Well done.
And then to manage a pole position here after what I have gone through in the last 2.5 years, yeah, it's just fabulous.
This is a checkered flag he was probably dreaming about. Jenson Button coming through now for Brawn Grand Prix. We're in the 6th race and it's his 5th victory. And that is champion's form in anybody's book. Jenson Button wins in Monaco.
Monaco, baby! Yeah!
78 laps and he's now doing another half lap. They'll wait for you, Jenson, don't worry.
Vettel, is he ahead of Gasly? They're going to go wheel to wheel up Beau Rivage here. Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. Oh, what has happened? We need to know who's going to come out in front as we see Lance Stroll hitting the barrier and going over the curb.
He's lost his nose up at the top for some reason, and then he toboggans down on it. It's wedged underneath his right front wheel. He just skidded down. He had a problem at the top of the hill and fell down, really.
Kimi Raikkonen is pulling off the racetrack, so we've lost the 2nd and 3rd place man in this race.
It's the slow running that's actually broken the engine. It's overheated.
He's not even gone back to the paddock. He's got his shirt off. He's on his boat. He's with some of his best mates from Finland who've consumed their own weight in champagne and beer.